couple. I think that Devon would definitely have to, in when it's all said and done, if he wants a successful marriage, he will have to marry basically a nobody church body.
A homely girl.
So baby, when you ready, hit my line. Tell me what you wanna do. I know you still feeling new.
Hi, you guys. Before we get started with today's topic, I just want to take time to thank my subscribers as always. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you are not already currently subscribed, don't forget to click the notification, or don't forget to click the subscribe button. And also, I am on patreon.com. I do have another channel called Brandy B Review TV. Navigate to the first comment pinned to the top to sign up for those platforms. Now let's get into this video. You guys, I am not in my true setting today because I'm in New Orleans at home. I came to New Orleans for the holidays, so I have my mommy to weigh in on this topic. Mama, say hey,
Hello.
Ma.
Hi, everyone.
She's not gonna show her face, but she is in the background. We're gonna have a conversation today about we're talking about Meagan Good and Devon Franklin. They are splitting up. They're getting a divorce. Mom,
I knew it.
you knew it?
Yes, I knew it.
I'm not shocked either.
I wasn't surprised because there's no perfect marriage. I don't care how you pretend there's no perfect marriage.
That's right. There's no perfect marriage. Okay, so Mama, Meagan Good. Okay, if you don't know who Meagan Good is and Devon Franklin is, Meagan, she's an actress. She's a model. She was best known, I think. I know her from her role in Eve's Bayou. Do you know her from Eve's Bayou?
A long time ago. She was a young child.
She was a young child, but
that
like
movie.
I think that movie like put her on the map. Like, don't you think so?
No.
You know, what movie put her on the map? I know she was in Think Like a Man.
Oh, but she was
really good in Think Like a Man.
She was okay, but she was really good in Video Girl.
I've never seen that.
Oh, that's an awesome movie.
She was also in what else she was in? She was in something else.
She was in
She was in a lot of movies,
what's the name
actually.
of that movie?
She was in a lot of movies, to be honest with you.
She was. I can't think of the name.
Meagan deserves her credit. She put some respect on her name. Okay, so if you don't know Devon Franklin, Devon is, I didn't know he was all this. He's a producer, and he's a preacher, and he's an author, but I didn't know he was a movie producer. Do you know he...
Well, actually, I didn't know him prior to knowing that he was getting married to Meagan Good.
I didn't know him either, but I didn't also realize he's a big-time producer. He produced that movie, Jumping the Broom.
Oh.
Right?
I like that movie.
Right? And that's how they met. Okay, so let's talk about how the two met.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they met in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
They met on the set of that movie. So she was the actress and he was the producer. Isn't that cute? I'm sorry, no, they met in 2011 and then they got married in 2012. Okay, but so, get this. So, their whole thing was they wanted to wait to have sex before marriage. What do you think about that?
I don't have a problem with that.
Really?
No.
I just think it's silly. It's silly. Okay, Mama, so you think it was a good idea. You think it's a good idea to wait to have sex before marriage.
I mean, to each his own. It's not going to make a difference. But if it makes them, I don't know, if people do it for different reasons.
Yeah, that's
true.
true.
Whatever their reason for doing it, you know.
I don't mind it, but like, don't do it because you think that your relationship is going to be like,
I don't think that's the reason why they did it. I think they had their own reasons for doing it, but it didn't matter whether. I don't think it was a factor in their marriage.
Okay. So they wrote a book in 2015 called The Wait, detailing the experience of, of their whole thing. And my thing is, waiting did not save their marriage.
I read other comments about why they were doing some of the things that they were doing, and one thing that stood out was the fact that Devon had a list of no's that he did not want in a marriage. And those no's, Meagan did not fit his list at all.
Oh.
She was every no just about on his list.
Oh.
So
wow.
so now it makes sense. And some of those no's were, he did not want to date an actress.
Oh, okay.
He did not want someone.
I think I did read that.
Someone who drinks.
Oh, and Meagan drinks.
And she was a smoker.
And she dressed a little risque.
And she was risky.
But he accepted that.
He accepted
that.
And I think
he was like, she's sexy. So, Mama, you think this led to their downfall?
I absolutely do think that's what happened.
Okay.
Because in the end, I think part of her wanted to be the person that she was. And in order to be with him, she had to make a lot of changes.
That's true.
And it's hard for someone to completely give up a total lifestyle in order to accommodate the needs of someone else.
But she also
which is
said,
not fair. Not fair. Because I think that she is entitled to some things that she wanted. She is entitled to be herself.
That's true.
More importantly than anything else that Devon wanted.
Yeah.
That's Devon's need. And Devon is the one who wanted to make the sacrifice to accept her, because I'm sure it was because he saw that she was a beautiful girl. She gave up a lot of roles.
That's right.
Because she was with him, and I think it's because of the religious. I think that religious part played. The religion played a big part in the relationship. Not for the demise, but if you have not been a religious person or first lady per se, you will not. It's a mold that you will not fit into, because you have to be willing to give up so much. And I think over time, she wanted to slowly kind of bring herself back into it, because that's part of her.
Yeah.
And that's her life. That's who she's been. She's an actress. She hadn't been anything else.
Okay, so Meagan and Devon, they both released a statement, and here's what they had to say. So here they go. After much prayer and consideration, we have decided to go into our futures separately but forever connected. We celebrate almost a decade of marriage together and a love that is eternal. There's no one at fault. We believe this is the next best chapter in the evolution of our love. We are incredibly grateful for the life-changing years we've spent together as husband and wife. We are also extremely thankful to God for the testimony being created inside us both and for blessing our lives with each other. So, Mama, what do you say? What do you think about that statement that they said? They were like, no one's at fault, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I mean, that's always easy to say that.
Yeah.
It's always easy.
Yeah.
So then, people are going to speculate and say what they want to say. You have the ones that say, I told you so. And then you have the ones that say, oh, I feel sorry for them. So that kind of satisfies everybody on both sides. It does not.
Yeah.
Because people are going to say whatever they want to say anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But the biggest people who's hurt by this is Meagan and Devon.
I think there's a couple of things, I think there might be a couple of reasons of what happened. Because I read, after reading some articles, doing some research, one of the articles said that it was possibly their schedules, their busy schedules. They couldn't, they just couldn't make time for each other. But it's so funny because Devon or Devon, whatever his name is, he had time for church now. He's never missed church.
Of course.
But no, you know what I think too? I think he did a lot for that relationship, for that marriage. Like he traveled, I think, more to see her than she traveled to see him.
Well, he's in the conversation he had with Oprah, he said that marriage to Meagan was difficult.
Oh. So on the Breakfast Club, he stated that, marriage is hard work because, one of the reasons is, men are so weak for the flesh and how they have to work very hard not to be that. So I think he was struggling with that too.
What are you saying about us? Man, I'm saying that we got to do our work. What I'm saying is that every man struggles. And so when you look at this, of course, I'm not calling men dogs at all. I put in the introduction, men are not dogs, but we can behave like one when we allow the dog in us. And I believe that every man has a dog. And that's an analogy. It's a metaphor for lust.
Like, maybe having trouble, with other women. I don't know. It's not like...
I don't know.
That's one of the things he said. I know it doesn't seem like he would cheat or anything, but he's a man at the end of the day.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. They managed to maintain that relationship for 9 years.
Yeah.
9 years is a long time without scandal or anything.
Yeah.
So,
but I wouldn't be surprised if a scandal came out, though.
Well, I don't think a scandal will be, if it came out now, it will be convenient.
That's true.
What about the other 9 years?
That's true.
It didn't have to wait for them to break up to come out.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's it at all. I think that Devon would definitely have to, in when it's all said and done, if he wants a successful marriage, he will have to marry basically a nobody church body.
A homely girl.
And Meagan, I'm not sure, but they were saying she's been married before.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I'm not sure, but it's unfortunate because they spent a lot of time in that marriage. 9 years is a lot of time.
It is a long time.
She's 40 years old. I don't know if having kids was something that she had planned to do, but it's unfortunate if she did.
Yeah.
Because I know she's angry and she's gonna feel like she wasted her time, especially almost 10 years.
Yeah.
And that's not fair. And and I'm sure she's gonna be angry about that.
And that's true that you bring up the kid thing, because for the longest time she didn't know if she wanted to have kids, and then at the last minute, at the last years of her life, she was like, okay, I do want to be a mom. And I think she froze her eggs, and they were going through the process of trying to have the baby, have a baby, but it wasn't successful. So I think that too probably could have been a reason, maybe they kept trying, and they can't have kids, and he probably wants kids, and she does too,
That is so. This story is so unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, and it's not a clear answer why they broke up. And I mean, come on, there's always a reason to everything. You can't say, the reason is because we didn't do anything to each other. Well, yes, y'all did. So, Mom, you were saying, they're both responsible, for not making their marriage work. Is that what you're saying?
Right, exactly. I mean, to say that it was difficult being married to her, well, exactly what does that mean?
Yeah.
Was it because of the person that she was? Or did they have a conversation about the fact that she wanted to be able to go back to acting? Because it seems like I noticed that she had not been in taken any roles during their marriage. So, and I don't think that was fair to her. And I think maybe that's what started the demise, is that she wanted to go back. Because the minute they announced that they were getting a divorce, she's in another movie.
Yeah. And then, okay, so the last reason I think is, didn't you say that they went on the Oprah show and Devon told Oprah that he was uncomfortable with her, like, in certain movie roles? That to me says he was kind of jealous, or like felt uncomfortable with her, like, playing certain roles. Maybe he felt like she was gonna cheat on him with some of her partners.
Well, I don't know if that was the reason. That could have been.
Yeah.
I think maybe he wanted her to stay away from certain roles. Mm-hmm. More of doing some of the clean, wholesome things because of his background. Because if he's a preacher, well, the preacher's wife is supposed to not take her clothes off, kissing another man.
Well, I think the clothes was
intimacy.
He didn't mind the clothes, but like doing those type of roles where like sex scenes and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Because she's had some steamy sex scenes over the past couple of years.
She has.
So he probably felt uncomfortable with.
Yeah, and so from Meagan's perspective, it's not so much the roles, but the fact that she just wanted to get back into acting, and that's what I think. And I think there was a conflict about that. They ended up having a conflict about a lot of things, and it goes back to the list he had. Mm-hmm. The list that he said these were the deal breakers.
They just weren't a match from the beginning.
Exactly.
And they thought they were. Because when you're, and I say this all the time, like, if you're attracted to somebody, of course, you're going to be infatuated with that. They were infatuated with each other.
Right.
And it wasn't realistic. But, I mean, all of us do that, though.
Right.
All of us do it. So,
So I don't know what their dating history was like, or what they
Or who they dated prior.
the background, right? So I
Yeah.
don't know what that was like for them, but I think for Meagan, he was somebody that was totally different.
Yes, that's the reason why she.
Okay, and that's the reason why she pursued that relationship with him, because it was different, and she felt that it would be successful for whatever reason. I don't know if at all it was just because he was a different type of person, and it could be.
Yeah.
And she thought that, and I think that's probably why she said that God led her to him, because he was different.
Because he was different, that's true.
Because he was totally different.
Yeah.
And I just think that because, and I'm starting to see now that she seems to be speaking out with some anger, and I think it's because she was angry because she probably gave up a lot to be in that marriage with him, and I think he just shut it down and decided that he wanted a divorce.
Yeah, that's true.
For whatever reason.
Okay, so here's the thing, Mom. I always say this, like, you cannot make people your couple goals, because everybody, is going through something behind closed doors. Here's a couple. They were the model couple. Everybody looked up to them. There were goals. They made a book called The Wait. It was great. And then they split up. That just goes to show you, people have things going on. Marriage is hard freaking work.
That's right.
It's hard work, even for the most holiest couples, even the couples who just look
For anyone.
For anyone. Look at Sierra and Russell. People put them on a pedestal. But you know what? I wouldn't be shocked if something came out about them. I mean, I just wouldn't. You cannot put any anybody on a pedestal.
I think all of them, they work hard at it. I mean,
they do, but
Beyonce and Jay-Z,
same thing. Jay-Z cheated on her, and nobody would have.
They working hard at their marriage. But in a marriage, it's not just about the people that's married. It's about whatever you have accomplished and what you have brought to that marriage. Children, for example. It's not just about you, and you have to stop being so selfish. And in today's society, especially among actors and famous people, they don't want to put in the work. They think it's easier to just move on to the next person. And I mean, it's like you trading.
I mean, it might be, but everybody has their shit. Everybody's going to have something with that.
But I don't think
nobody's
even matters.
Perfect.
I don't think it even matters, because some of them, they've been married 4 and 5 times, because they think they're going to get it right. But you're not going to get it right.
That's what I'm saying.
You need to put in.
You're going to have to deal with something with everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they said, if you want your grass to grow, you need to mow your lawn.
That's right.
So.
But it'll be interesting to see what other details come out about Meagan and Devon, because I think this is not the last that we're going to hear of the story. I think more details probably will come out about what happened.
I think more details is because, and the only reason why it's going to come out is because they have done interview after interview after interview. And I think if they had been a little bit more private about their marriage, maybe
they were private.
Maybe
but they were private because people say this is coming out now, but they have been apart for months.
Exactly.
So it hasn't just been just now.
But the thing about it is, even the time that they have been apart, they had, and actually, you saw the change. You saw the change in Meagan.
Yeah.
When she started dressing different.
Oh, yeah.
She started
going
that
out
hair
more.
was different.
Everybody know they were like, hold on now.
People noticed that she wasn't wearing her ring anymore.
Right.
They noticed a lot of things.
They noticed it. So they had to make a statement. They had to come out and say something.
Right.
So it'll be interesting. But thank you, Mommy, for joining in this conversation. Yes, I really appreciate it. Yes, I know. And you guys tell me what you think. Why do you think Devon and Meagan really got a divorce? Do you think it's because, Devon was, putting in most of the work and he just got tired of it, threw in the towel? Do you think it's because Meagan just was struggling to have kids? What do you guys think? Let me know. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hi, guys. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. It lets me know you're enjoying the content I'm creating for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.